Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So that's got things underway. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Well, Peter, I think this fella, Kobbie Mainoo, could have a busy time here, having to play the role of a 6, an 8 and a 10. And I think when you consider his age and the fact that he can drop into all of those positions and perform without any problem, I think you know you've got something special brewing.
Yes, they'll certainly be leaning heavily on him. Kimmich, distributed tidily. Now then, the ball's come loose. It's out for a goal kick. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Threads one in. Mainoo.
Cafu, if they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Oh, what decent chance! And he's done it!
Well, talk about a real rude awakening. It's almost as if the defence saw nothing coming. They just didn't anticipate, on heels rather than toes.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
Yamal! And it's hit the woodwork and out. And he's there to get it away. Guti, that's going wide left. Looking to play him in, aimed at the far side. Chiellini tries to clear. Can he finish? Goal! And once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, if ever you want to see a lesson in responding to a deficit, that's it. Their heads didn't drop, and now their chins are up.
You give him an inch and he'll take a mile. Such immaculate precision.
The keeper might have been a...
Ah, he's given it away. Berbatov. Fiore. Now it's Yamal. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And it's Messi. Nicely weighted ball. And this is Berbatov. Ah, he's fizzed it forward. Well read, nice interception. Just about midway through the first half, and it has been an engaging watch. Batistuta. That's a good ball out wide. Now it's Batistuta.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. OK, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Mainoo. Serginho making good progress. And it's Messi. Great defending, strong and determined. Good ball, good take. Looking for options for movement. Chance for a shot! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! And the comeback is complete. They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
Bayer Leverkusen have their lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And here's Aubameyang.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
What a throw in. Serginho. Can he get on the end of this? And it's Neymar. Tries to pass it through. Can he finish? And that's a good finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. Wonderfully smooth, smart and slick.
Well, it always comes down to the telling final pass, and that was a beauty.
Bayer Leverkusen now in a position far more desirable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been threatening to do and will continue to do by the looks of it.
Guti. Now it's Neymar. Roberto Carlos in acres of space out wide. Oh, that's fabulous.
When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set.
Out of play for a goal kick. Cafu. Messi. Now it's Batistuta. Soboslai did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Messi. Menu. Fiore. And that is the end of the first half.
Well, it's hard to say whether a two-goal advantage under these circumstances is decisive or not, but so far I haven't really seen enough to indicate that the opposition can come out in the second half and improve to that degree.
Bayer Leverkusen largely dominant, up by 2 at the break, the scoreline 3-1. So straight into the second half. Guti is the team's great visionary. Kimmich. Aubameyang. That's very neat. Takes a shot! Just cruising! They are cruising! And they are disappearing out of sight. That is glorious, as if he picked it up and put it there himself.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
It's starting to look like... Chance! Oh, it's hit the post! And we have our very first corner. Menu attempts a clearance. Madrid are looking to go forward now. Well, that has not gone well. Oh, that's well spotted. Guti. Neymar. Probing pass. Aubameyang. Yamal. And the finish! Well, that is remarkable.
Bayer Leverkusen certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking. Bayer Leverkusen are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is bang in their favour.
And it's Neymar. Tries to play it through. Kimmich. He's a sharp little ball here. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
Substitution for Leverkusen, number 14, Jamal, number 6, Neymar, number 25, Fiore, number 10, Roberto Carlos, number 18,
Dani Olmo.
Guti, coming on the field, number 23, Jack
Now there's a fine ball.
number 24,
And that is exemplary defending.
If you were looking at the shopping list of what you need in a top defender, that's it.
And he's got away from him. Hernandez. That is good alertness. Dani Olmo. Cannavaro. Oh, what's he done? And that is not getting there. Dani Olmo. And here's Batistuta. Madrid have reclaimed it. And a chance! It's loose now and then has another go! And he's stuck it away. He'll take that. Perhaps not the prettiest, but they all count.
Well, I admire players who do that because they just don't give up on anything.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? Played out towards the right wing. It's a really well-measured ball. Diouf, he's got away. Akanji. Now that looks a decent ball. Kimmich. Kupchu. He's in plenty of space here. He's shifting through the gears here. Plays it across. He won't be happy with that one. Aubameyang. Chance, surely! Well taken goal. And with that, he takes home the match ball. A horrible blip, a situation utterly avoidable that has resulted in considerable embarrassment.
Yeah, they were made to pay for not moving the ball smartly enough through a very strong pressing wave.
And that means just one thing, match ball.
Well, you had to fancy him, Peter. He seems to be growing in stature with every goal.
Bayer Leverkusen palpably stronger, better, superior. Menu. Aimed beyond the defence. And he's managed to get free. There's great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Now it's Hazard. Tries a shot! Kimmich. 4 added minutes on the board. He has found the way through. Kimmich. Kukçu. And that will be the final act. Bayer Leverkusen have been forced to do it the hard way, but they have pulled themselves... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go.
Well, Peter, I'm looking forward to seeing a player who has brought some new skills to the game, Ronaldinho. He looks one way and passes the other. Unconventional and cheeky, but always an enjoyable watch.
Yeah, he's playing beach football. Goes for the shot! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
He's a lucky boy there. You lose the ball like that, and usually you're going to get punished.
Yamal. Akanji. Roberto Carlos powering forward here.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive? Well, they were never going to allow him to receive that. Such close attention.
Hernandez. And Neymar. Distributed tidily. Driving on and making good progress. Yamal. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Roberto Carlos running with intent. No, it's come to nothing. So, Jim, what have you made of what we've seen so far?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last they'll see of him. Can he get it through? This looks promising. Delivery from Mbappe. Neuer claims it, safe hands. Neymar. He's found a way past. Bayer Leverkusen, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Mohamed Salah is the type of player who always likes having a bit of space in front of him. That's going wide left. Yamal. Oh, easy pickings there. Stojkovic. Now it's Mohamed Salah. And it's Kimmich. Edmilson. Aubameyang. And it's Guti. And Yamal. Now it's Aubameyang. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. And they can counter here. Now it's Mbappe. He's beaten the last man. Now, can they get... Big chance! That was superb goalkeeping.
That's very, very good. You can't ask for much more than that.
And we have our very first corner. Roberto Carlos plays it short. That's going across goal. Chance for a shot! No, not quite. Wan-Bissaka cuts it out. And it's Salah. Stojkovic can see things others simply cannot. Guti. Yamal. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He is just caressing the... Hazard! Oh, split-second reaction.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
Now that's well seen too. Hernandez. Well, I'm not sure how the stats look in terms of expected goals, but nothing actual has materialised so far. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival. Lovely pass, but can he get there? Mohamed Salah will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Roberto Carlos. Guti did well to step in there. That was more than necessary. That's been slipped through. Oh, that's fabulous. And he shoots! He's having a shot! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Kimmich. Zabani. Roberto Carlos.
Ci sarà un
He
minuto di
steps in,
recupero.
and that's the end of that. Cannavaro. And it's Guti. And that signals the end of the first period. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So we reach the halfway point.
Well, it was great to see them try to turn their possession and chances into a goal. They definitely wanted one before the break, and okay, while it didn't happen, things could start changing if they can continue in the same manner.
So, no breakthrough from either side, 0-0 after 45 minutes of action.
Cambio di giocatori.
The second period is on the way. So neither side has yet broken through. Aubameyang. And here's Aubameyang, looking to pass their way up the pitch. That has ended up in no man's land. Kimmich. Bayer Leverkusen do appear to have made a half-time change.
Well, I'm assuming that this is going to end up as a tactical change, Peter.
Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well timed, excellent interception. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
And that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Now it's Aubameyang. And this is Luis Suarez. Roberto Carlos gets over and intercepts. Up towards the hour mark, and still no goals. He's found a way through.
Milan couldn't really be more watertight in midfield. Not a trickle is getting through.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. That's the keeper's ball.
And he could have done himself a massive favour by just lifting his head up there. You know, it would have been a better picture of what was going on around him.
Milan appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
Threads one in. Roberto Carlos. And this is Ronaldinho. Great chance! Oh, he's been caught on it here. And it's Ed Nielsen. Luis Suarez, a player who needs no introduction. A deeply frustrating game so far. Certainly in terms of the scoreline, it remains 0-0. Wan-Bissaka. Bayer Leverkusen perhaps contemplating their next change here. Stojkovic. There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. And this is Neymar. And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Yamal. Azar. He's shifting through the gears here. Neymar going face-to-face with his great rival, Hazard. Nice-looking ball, nicely intercepted. Now it's Aubameyang. Neymar, looking to play him in.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
It's Neymar! And yes, it's there! That could turn out to be a huge, huge goal!
What a time to take the lead, but now comes the dilemma of whether you ought to hold on or go for it again and try and extend your advantage. That's always been the harder option, in my experience.
And that is fabulous! A true beauty of a goal!
And you can see he meant every bit of that, Peter. He had his head up as he went to hit it. He knew his landscape.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 17. Numero 6. Roberto Carlos. Numero 19. Numero 18.
Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Bayer Leverkusen have taken the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And it's Lopez. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
Ed Nielsen. Bayer Leverkusen leading here by this still precarious 1-0 margin. Conte. Not the most accurate pass. Bayer Leverkusen moments now away from seeing this one out. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball.
Milan really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
That's good vision. And he has slightly undercooked that one.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
So just one extra minute for stoppages. And here's Mbappe. And there goes the final whistle. Relief, finally. Now at last they can enjoy the taste of victory. Fingernails bitten to the quick, but they have got over the line. Quite a ride. How would you sum up what we've witnessed, Jim? So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion.
Hello,
The game yet to
and
kick
welcome
off.
to today's
The
match.
excitement already
Egypt
palpable.
Against Leverkusen.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. So that's got things underway. So Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Joshua Kimmich. In many ways, the ultimate modern fullback in that he contributes just as much offensively as he does defensively. He seems to have a great instinctive understanding of when to move forward, and that means he rarely gets caught out of position on the counter-attack. He should be a key player for this team.
No argument from me on that front. It's easy to see how his presence alone affects both sides. And it's Kimmich. It's a good run down the right.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will...
Oh, great leap! Oh, that was no routine save.
Iniesta clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
That's really well manoeuvred. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Beckenbauer. Caceres. Can he get on the end of this? De Jong. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And it's Ibrahimovic, who's looking wide. Good ball, good take. Very early stages, Jim, but anything up to now that's of note?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for either to start taking real risks. So they're still very much in a phase of testing the waters and sizing each other up.
Now this could be a chance. Conte. Bayer Leverkusen, so far providing no real test at all for the goalkeeper. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Caceres. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he plays one through. Shevchenko. That has not gone well. Spread it left. Oh, it's played into the area. And that should get the job done. Drogba. Aubameyang is someone who's always looking to catch the eye with his trickery. Conte. Now it's Dani Olmo. Oh, that's fabulous. Ball swung in. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. Iniesta. He steps in, and that's the end of that. It's Luis Suarez! And for a moment, time stood still.
You lucky boy, you lucky boy. Giving the ball away like that is usually punished.
Good defending there, they've slammed the door in the faces of the opposition. Nice interception, his positioning was spot on. Aubameyang. Dani Olmo. Conte. And it's Kimmich. Serginho is looking to influence the game from out wide. Caught offside that time. Egypt have quite a reputation for being combative, confrontational, just in your face, Jim.
It's well rehearsed, Peter. It's testament to their excellent work ethic, really. The way they always go chasing the ball in numbers, and they can keep it up late into a game too.
Great defending, strong and determined. And it's Luis Suarez, tries to play it through. That's gone all the way through to the keeper.
Bayer Leverkusen are totally dominant in the middle of the park, a no-way through zone.
And this is Ibrahimovic. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Well, that's well seen too. Serginho. Played into space. Thinks about the shot.
There will be 1 minute added time.
Dani Olmo. Kimmich. Now it's Luis Suarez. Great vision. Suarez finds himself offside. And we've reached half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. So neither side has found a way through yet.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
Well, it's been a half that hasn't lacked suspense or intrigue. It's only lacked goals. 0-0 at the break.
Please be made aware that smoking is only permitted in designated areas within these grounds.
Substitution in progress.
Away we go again. 0-0, and we're at the halfway point. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. And he's straight offside. Bayer Leverkusen do look as though they've made a half-time change here.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Takes a shot! In he goes again! And that's a tidy finish! The first significant strike. Some heroic goalkeeping, but even that couldn't save them this time.
That has been drummed into him from such an early age, Peter. It almost came as second nature. He susses the keeper couldn't hold on to it, and he's there in a flash.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark. He leaps for it! And the header is disappointing in the end.
That's good play. Plenty of targets in the penalty area and plenty of movement too.
Luis Suarez, a player who needs no introduction. Beckenbauer. Here's Bonucci. Shevchenko might just make this. Kimmich. It's a pretty loose pass. That is good progress on the left. Short changes him with that pass. Well, that looks a decent ball. Can he finish? Shevchenko! This guy is class! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back.
Here's a chance!
Can't be expected to deliver anything better than that. This is heroic keeping.
And it's Totti. Koundé deals with that comfortably. Now, what about a counter-attack? Threads one in. Now it's Dani Olmo. He's found a way through. Dani Olmo! Oh, the ball's run loose here. Ibrahimovic going after that. That's a nicely shaped ball. And the shot! Luis Suarez! He just has something! About as smooth as it gets! And they've got their lead back. Well, one moment you're in possession, the next you're picking the ball out of your own net. That one will sting.
The danger was always there, Peter. We all knew they'd be pouncing on any slip or any sort of indecision. They need to sharpen up or it's going to happen again.
Bayer Leverkusen leading now.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Not the most accurate pass. Bayer Leverkusen perhaps contemplating their next change here. Koundé. Conte. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. He's in, one on the finish! And that's in! And look what it means to them. This is a position of genuine strength now.
72 minutes.
Oh, what a lovely exchange, Peter. I mean, he did the give and go, and that's just a lovely return ball. The weight of it was absolute perfection.
Number 22, Iniesta.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Oh, I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell, one that they hope will continue.
And he's there to retrieve it. Nakamura. Now the ball. Terrific effort! And no, he couldn't find the finish.
He's definitely playing with a lot more conviction. This team should look to him to produce the catalyst for a comeback.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Substitution for Egypt. Number 27, Serginho. Number 21, Frenkie de Jong. Coming on the field, number 23, Rafael van der Vaart. Number 15, Makalele.
Oh, good steal, he just read it. Aims beyond the defence. Great ball, and he's in here. And the shot! And that really should have been that.
Well, his movement has certainly picked up. He's got that decisive goal on his mind.
Bayer Leverkusen with their first corner, the first in the game for either side, actually. And now they can spring out of defence. Totti. Now it's Ibrahimovic. And here's Totti. Pass is just off target. Kukçu. Now it's Drogba. And this is Drogba. Van der Vaart. And here's Ibrahimovic. Goes forward. Drogba is herring after that one. Now it's Yamal. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Guti. Lee Kang-in conjures time and space where few can. Totti. That's good play. Kimmich has it out wide and in space.
There will be 5 minutes added time.
No unnecessary risks, and the game is petering out here. Just seeing the board now, it's going to be 5 extra minutes. And he's in, it's Ibrahimovic! That was superb goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
It's their second corner of the game. Kukchu with the clearance. Lee Kang-in. That has ended up in no man's land. Now it's Drogba. He's picked his way through. Drogba. They're urging him to shoot. Goes for a shot! It looks as though the ref has given a penalty. He has. Bayer Leverkusen have themselves a chance from the spot. This further to improve their cause. Terrific save by Abiati! No! And with that, we are done. Bayer Leverkusen are enjoying their moments of collective uplift. The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Some terrific scenes here in Barcelona. My goodness me, it's made even better by 100,000 supporters in full voice. And that gets things running. Alessandro Costacurta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
And he's intervened well there. Conte. Roberto Carlos. Another pass just keeps it ticking over. Now it's Dani Olmo. Figo. And it's Conte.
They'll want to make the most of this turnover.
Pass somewhat off target. And here's Roberto Carlos. Akanji clears it away. That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. And that was asking for too much. Roberto Carlos. Patience, the overwhelming virtue in this game so far. The pressing's intense, and it's paid off. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Pinches it off him. First quarter of an hour gone. Nice looking ball. And he's had it nicked away. And it's lofted through here. Deftly away. Oh, he's done very well to take that back. And here's Suarez. Driving on and making good progress. Now it's Van Basten. Shot could be on. And the whistle's gone, presumably for offside. Conte.
Well, both teams are proceeding with caution, but there's plenty of time to wait for some attacking purpose.
Big chance! Goal! Barcelona! A finish of great intelligence. He just understood and he executed so smoothly.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Barcelona have taken the lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, He's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again.
Just coming up to the 30-minute mark. And it's Olmo. Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Looking to play him in. Conte. Well, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. And he's gone looking for safety. Bastoni kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Some resolute defending there.
Barcelona definitely like their pressing from the front.
Yeah, it's relentless at times, Jim, isn't it? High energy, high intensity.
Standard practice nowadays, Peter. Make sure you don't give your opponents any time to think on the ball.
And the referee has shown him a yellow card. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Dani Olmo.
Bayer Leverkusen certainly could do with a positive spell for the remainder of this half, just to set the tone for what's to come.
Can he finish? And that's a good finish. Bayer Leverkusen back on level terms. Was there ever any doubt?
Peter, I can tell you, that was nothing short of a cold-blooded execution.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
And he's been shifted off it. Best. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Guti is always looking to break lines. Oh, he'd have done well to reach that. Bergomi. Ball played for Conte.
It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
Now it's Yamal. Oh, red, nice interception. That's the end of the first 45. Nothing to separate the two teams at half-time. They've both given it a really good go, and they head into the break all square. Reflections on the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Well, it's been a tight game, but one that's packed with incident and talking points. A decent watch, this, and it's 1-1 at half-time. So once again, we're underway. And it's Luis Suarez. Best. Dani Olmo. Now it's Luis Suarez. Khan is there to clear. And the counter is on. That's good vision. Guti. Now it's Luis Suarez. Dani Olmo. Akanji makes the interception. That's a shade optimistic. And that pass is somewhat less than ideal.
Bayer Leverkusen clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
Neymar tries to play it through. Look at the space here. Suarez is alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Costa Curta knocks it into space. And it's Neymar. Costa Curta promptly onto that, and that is that. Figo. Best. And he was quick to react. Neymar. Best. And it's Figo. That's an imaginative pass. Good ball, good take. Guti. Neymar. Guti. And vicious ball here. Spread it left. That is good alertness. Neymar thinks about the shot. Yamal stood his ground strongly. He's under a lot of pressure there. Can he get it through? And it's been hooked away. And they're back on the ball again. Could move up a gear here. Now it's Yamal. Figo. Best. A player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Can he get on the end of this? Threads one in. Neymar. Yamal. Looking for the run. Rijkaard calmly anticipates. Roberto Carlos aimed beyond the defence. And this is Neymar looking for a runner. And no, that was never going to make it. And here's Yamal.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Well, it's come to nothing.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
The two
4.
coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time.
El dorsal 17. El dorsal 18. Messi. El dorsal
Passing is
20.
crisp and sharp.
Serán sustituidos por
Great vision.
el dorsal 15.
It's not
el dorsal
Boston!
24. El dorsal 23.
Neymar.
El dorsal 19.
It's Kukçu.
El dorsal 21.
Szoboszlai.
Neymar.
Yamal will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. And it's Neymar. Neymar cuts a frustrated figure right now. He just cannot get away.
Look, he could do with someone else taking responsibility to shift the target. He badly needs some help here.
And the pass is intercepted. Well, that pass isn't the best. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Tries to pass it through. Oh, that's beautifully weighted. He's going for goal! But he's left disappointed.
Well, it wasn't the worst decision, really. He certainly had enough belief to take it on.
Fiore. Neymar looking understandably energised after his goal. And he's managed to get rid.
that might be that, Peter. Maybe both sides just going to have to settle for the draw now.
Koundé cuts it out. And the referee brings it to a close. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion.
Against Algeria.
And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. We are just getting started. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, the contribution from this guy, Fermin Lopez, will be key again. He's got the perfect fusion of energy and good vision. So he's going to be busy skittling around the field, both on and off the ball, looking for any space he can exploit. His game is full of devilment. He's a mischief maker.
Yeah, he'll be looking for a goal or two. Szoboszlai plays it in. And the keeper gets his hands on it. And the counter is on. This is a promising build-up. Fiore. It's Roberto Carlos. Yamal. Can he get on the end of this? It's a throw-in. And it's Conte. That is lovely. Xabi Alonso defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Thinks about the shot. Hangs one in. Oh, well, that is not a great touch.
Well, I think that might well put him off watching tonight's highlights.
Bayer Leverkusen getting forward at times, but achieving little of substance. And that has been slung wide. Not the most accurate pass. Cannavaro.
Yeah, I've had a quick review of what we've seen so far, and I can confirm we're in a shot-free zone.
He's played it back. And this is Shevchenko. Bit of an appeal, but nothing doing. Couch. Couch with a reputation for taking on any shot. Now it's Villa, distributed tidily. Xabi Alonso. Guti. Fiore. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Dani Olmo. David Villa. Guti deals with that comfortably. Szoboszlai. Yamal. Now Fiore. And it's Couch. Nicely weighted ball. Cannavaro. Xabi Alonso. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. It's a searching pass. Oh, he's bustling through here. Look at the space here. Shapes to shoot.
What an absolute shame. The composure and imagination to set himself free. He should be locked up after that.
Nice looking ball. Conte is wide and looking to get onto this. And that's the keeper's ball. Vermin. Rijkaard. Dani Olmo. He's a sharp little ball here. And he's managed to get free. Yamal. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest.
I'm struggling to work out whether that was brave or a bit stupid. Maybe both, actually.
And here's Suarez. Szoboszlai. Looking for options for movement. And the shot! Oh, has another go! Goal! Bayer Leverkusen! Yamal at his razor-sharp best there.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
So we have the first goal.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And this is Luis Suarez. Oh, what a ball! There's the shot!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper is very relieved.
Luis Suarez, real chance! Bayer Leverkusen leading then, courtesy of the goal scored late in the first half here. 1-0 the score. Vermin! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. And it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Bayer Leverkusen coming in at half-time, leading by 1-0.
There's plenty of positives to take despite the lead being so small, Peter. I think playing well, good energy, a little more composure up front perhaps. That's not too much to ask.
In designated areas
Bayer
within these
Leverkusen
grounds.
looking solid, if not too much more at half-time. It's 1-0.
Substitutions taking place.
And here is the first touch of the second half.
Bayer Leverkusen definitely want to carry on in a similar manner, although I would exercise some caution, Peter. You wouldn't want to leave yourself open in the early minutes trying to...
Tries a shot! Goal! They have come roaring back!
Well, you have to credit the desire there. These boys knew they were in a battle, and they did exactly what was needed to get back into it. That's going to make the boss just a little happy now.
A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And in a trice, the substitute has scored already.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Played into space. Oh, no, that was never going to make it. Roberto Carlos, aimed at the far side. Cleared away. It's a threat. Can he finish? It's a goal! And the comeback is complete. Oh, the deftness of touch, received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Oh, what a touch. I mean, how good was that? Poetry in motion.
Algeria have their lead.
Well, that's
Chance! Oh, good finish. 2 up now, and they are cruising. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, he's a defender's nightmare. You try to send him one way, and he just slips the other.
And there was his third, and boy, and the finish! Oh, how good is he? He's got himself an absolute peach. Back within 1, they have them in their sights again. Piercing, and with pinpoint accuracy, he forces it through.
Well, I'm sat here, Peter, thinking that the keeper might have done a little better then. Maybe his positioning wasn't great, but then again, I don't think he had a wonderful view of it.
A shift in momentum back. Oh, what a mistake! Fiore.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Luis Suarez under intense pressure.
Yeah, better communication and lots of contact seems to be the route to quietening him down now. Yeah, the hat-trick is definitely on his mind, Peter. He wants to get it over with as quickly as he can. Just about everything he's done, for me, he's done it with real conviction.
He certainly has. Really satisfying performance from him. A smiling satisfaction emanating from him. He is embracing this game. Now it's Roberto Carlos. He's got away. And this is Neymar. Oh, great leap! And it's in! Satisfyingly simple. There's almost a sense of beauty to this.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
They've seen the light, and the opposition have been left in the dark.
Just about up to 75 minutes. Bout of passing here, really easy on the eye. Conte. And it's Count. And it's Roberto Carlos. Yamal. Knocks it into space. And he's running through. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Tries to play it through. Oh, such a clever touch. Plenty to aim at.
Vinicius Junior! Vinicius Junior
With an air of confidence about him, a certain swagger.
Well, you can't grumble when a player at least tries to make something happen.
And that's really well manoeuvred. Out towards the flank. Passing is crisp and sharp. Park Ji-sung unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. That's a shade optimistic. Roberto Carlos looking for the run. Park Ji-sung. O'Reilly. It's a pretty loose pass. And here's Couch. And he's being shifted off it. Oh, there's a probing ball. Park Ji-sung did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. And this is Luis Suarez. Howson did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
There will be 3 minutes added time.
Yamal. Bastoni looking to pass their way up the pitch. Foot in. Now it's Neymar. He has found the way through. So much time and space here. Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Bayer Leverkusen illustrating perfectly the fickle nature of football.